Hey everyone, it's July 17th, and that means that if today's your birthday, you share with Scottish serial killer Archibald Thomson Hall, known as the Monster Butler, who murdered 5 victims in the 1970s, and that is him right down there. Hall was born in Glasgow, Scotland in 1924, which likely means that he spoke a form of English that was incomprehensible to any of his relatives born in America. Seriously, I need a translator at family functions. He began his career as a thief as a teen, pretending to collect money for the Red Cross, but keeping the cash. In 1941, he was first locked up for theft, and after his release became a jewel thief, but not a good one, because he spent many short stints in jail over the next 2 decades before finally being sent away for 10 years in the early 60s. While behind bars, he studied antiques and etiquette and took speech therapy to do something about his thick Scottish accent. So I need to get my relatives arrested. Got it. He was paroled in 1975 and soon met the woman who would become his lover and co-conspirator, Mary Coggle. He was working as a butler for the wealthy widow of a member of parliament and was now going by the name of Roy Fontaine. Hall was sincerely trying to go straight, and when a prison acquaintance began doing odd jobs around the house and some silver went missing, he was furious. He fought with his friend, who went so far as to shoot at him. The two calmed down and agreed to go hunting to hash out their disagreements, where after shooting at some rabbits, Hall shot the man in the head and buried his body near a stream. My advice, don't go hunting with anyone you've recently been in a gunfight with. The widow fired him when she discovered his criminal past, and he moved to London, taking a job as a butler for a wealthy elderly couple. Deciding to make them his last score, he hatched a plot whereby he, Mary Coggle, and a friend would steal antiques from his employers. They decided to rob the house while the wife was away, but she caught the men discussing their plan, and in a panic they suffocated her in an effort to not cause a disturbance. The husband awoke, and Hall convinced him that his wife had had a nightmare and he was helping put her back to sleep. The next day they decided they could keep the old man drugged up long enough to complete the job, with Mary pretending to be his wife, fooling him since he had dementia. They buried the woman in a neighboring town while Mary wore a wig and fur coat and sat with him. Realizing the ruse wouldn't work forever, they decided to strangle their victim. He somehow fought back, so they had to bash him on the head with a shovel, then buried him in a shallow grave. Hall and Mary fought about whether she could keep the mink coat that she had worn, Hall wanting to destroy the evidence. During the fight, he hit Mary with a poker, then put a plastic bag over her head, killing her. The 2 remaining conspirators dumped her body under a bridge, and Hall's brother joined them to steal the valuables. His brother had a history as a child molester, and Hall hated him for that, and when he began asking questions about what had happened, he decided that his brother had to go. Hall used chloroform to knock him out and drowned him in a bathtub, then stuffed the body in the trunk of a car and drove north, looking for a place to bury it. An innkeeper noticed unusual license plates on his car, and the police were called. The authorities searched the vehicle, found the body, and Hall and his partner were arrested. Hall confessed to his crimes, including the earlier murder, and was sentenced to life in prison, dying behind bars in 2002. If this is your birthday, I hope you have a great day. Leave me a comment so I can wish you a happy birthday. If you know someone whose birthday it is today, send them this video so they can find out all about their birthday twin. And to Archibald Thomson Hall, I say, happy birthday, you bastard.